And here we are, chapter 22. If I said the last one was 20, it was 21. Shit, and I'm a little excited because I've been thinking about this nigga. I've been thinking about this nigga. Okay. All right, act right, Monica. Okay. So I learned I was catfished. Here comes the betrayal. The betrayal was bad, y'all. Let me put this down. Oh, wait, no, I'm gonna keep it. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it. It was bad. This dude was cheating on me, and then here's what's even worse. And I say worse because I've been telling y'all a lot about alcoholics, right? This dude is an alcoholic. And I mean, over the time, by this time, it's like a year. A year then went by that we kicking it and having the blast and all this stuff. And we had outside of this alcoholism, let me just, whatever, it is what it is. I was stressed the whole time because he was fine. By then I had lost weight or whatever. I was back down to my sexy size or whatever. So I wasn't feeling no type of self-confidence. Not that I ever was, because even when I was big, I was fucking sexy as fuck. So whatever. But I'm just like holding on to it or whatever because I still believe this is my soulmate and I really, really, really want it to work. So yeah, at this point it's a year. And then, so during that time, yeah, he used to drink. And I remember, wait a minute, this is how I know I was catfish. This is how I know I was catfish. Because I had dealt with so many alcoholics. One of the questions I always ask dudes, do you drink? Do you smoke? I asked him both of those questions early on, even before we fucked. I asked him this question. To the drinking, he said, not anymore. I used to drink heavy after my dad passed away, but I was spiraling out of control, so I had to give it up altogether so I don't drink. And he said, and I used to do drugs. But growing up in San Francisco and they do where they can just do weed and shit on the street or whatever, I didn't judge because he said used to, and I never seen him doing any of those things or whatever. And I'm in wine country, y'all know I love my wine. So at this time, I used to go to a lot of wineries and go out, and I always used to order wine. So when we went out for our Rochelle for real date, we went to a restaurant. I want to say it was Kincaid's. It was Kincaid's. They closed down during the pandemic, but we went there for dinner before because Yoshi's was across the way from it. Was just walking across the street. And he ordered a drink. And I said, I thought you didn't drink. He's like, well, this is light, which it was a fruity drink. Not that I'm making excuses. He said, but I didn't want you drinking alone. I didn't think anything of it because he didn't order nothing else. And then when we got to Yoshi's, he didn't order nothing else. So going back to that year later, take him to St. Louis, my hometown, meet my family. In fact, we gave my mom a surprise 80th, 70th, 50th, shit, something. I don't know. My mama 80 now, so it wasn't 80. So maybe it was, shit, whatever. It was a birthday. We threw a surprise party. And, I was stepping. I felt really good. I was stepping up in there. I was looking good. He was looking good. I walk on him with this fine chocolate hunk of a man. My cousin's like, damn. I'm like, yeah, that's my man. Proud. So we leave there, and I had catered. My good friend, she's a chef. Y'all probably seen her do some stuff before. Chef Cat. She got food for your soul. Food's good as fuck, anyway. But she had catered for my mom's party, and she on her own, because that's what she do. My friend's extra, just like me. She had made some drink in a little thing or whatever, and she didn't even charge me for it. So he was drinking on that along with everybody else. But my cousins and shit, they be drinking. So they had liquor. Anyway, he was drinking. He got drunk. And I did know, even at this time or whatever, I did know that when he drinks, he talk crazy and he acts out of character. So he got loud with me in front of my sister. And I'm the type of person, I don't like to argue in front of people. So I just shut up. I didn't even say anything. And my sister kind of looked at me. And he kept on going on, and I knew what kind of night this was going to be. Long story short, he showed his motherfucking ass. He showed his motherfucking ass. And it was at that moment that I knew he was an alcoholic and something wasn't right. Because then we went to my best friend's house in Jeff City to one of her parties because she threw a bomb-ass party. This motherfucker got drunk up there and then talked to me crazy like shit. And again, I got up and walked away. But see, here was the problem. My brothers, my friend's husbands, is like brothers to me. They was all right there. And they seen and they knew I was pissed. And I'm like their sister. They don't play when it comes to me. I'm telling you, they don't play when it comes to me. So I remember one of them getting up and coming out. He's like, you good? You good? Do we need to check this motherfucker? And I'm like, I'm good. You know, I can hold my own. He's like, I know you can hold your own. Or whatever. But is this nigga treating you right? So my people look out for me. Just know that. So y'all gonna be up in the comments acting a fool. My people go come for y'all. But anyway, so I realized this dude, he's an alcoholic. And then I'm like, this is over. This is over. I can't have another Bonnie situation. But this is deeper. Because why I didn't even give a fuck about Bonnie, I only cared about his dick. But this dude right here, I'm invested with. Like, I love him. I fucking love him. And it ain't the dick. I do love the dick. But it's not about the dick. The connection. The connection. And I mean, I'm leaving a lot out. It'll be more in the book. But he did a lot for me. He actually helped further me along in my yoga journey. So he did a lot for me. I don't have enough time to go into all that. That's why you got to read the book. But I was trying to make this shit work. I didn't want to lose him. But at this point, I know it's like, Monica, you've seen this. You smart enough. You know where this is going. Be out. So I planned myself. I went back to this. I was talking about that damn Vegas. I went back to Vegas alone. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. One thing I didn't do was ever cheat on him. I never cheated on the boxer. Never even thought about it. Didn't even really look at other men. I had no desire. This is how much this man had me. Nothing. I just wanted to go to Vegas. In fact, I think one of my girlfriends invited me. She was having something or whatever. And I went by myself because I just wanted to because I'm being so close to him was real dangerous because he had such a hold on me. So I needed to get away from him to get my thoughts together that this was over. So I had made the decision that this was over. He knew me so well that he knew I was about to end it. So what he did something most people don't do. Most liars don't come clean. He came clean about everything. He told me he was an alcoholic. He had been drinking since he was 7 years old. He told me that. Told me he used to do crack, that he used to have real hoes. He was a pimp. He had bottom bitches, all that. He was in jail for murder. Everybody in his family was either alcoholic or a drug addict. And his dad actually died from drugs. I mean, he telling me everything. And while I'm blown away, my crazy mentality ass looked at it as, he didn't have to tell me this. Because I wouldn't have known none of that. He didn't have to tell me any of that. So the fact that he told me lets me know he wants to do better and he wants this just as much as he did. Because I don't give a fuck what y'all say and nobody else say. That man loved me. He loved me. He just had some demons. And I remember in the beginning, he told me, I love being around you because you take my demons away. And again, he kind of told me, and I'm just like, what the fuck that mean? But again, I'm so special. I take his demons away instead of using my goddamn head to understand what exactly he meant to ask more questions. But the demons being that he had murdered people, more than one. He been in jail several times for murder, and he told me how he used to kill people point blank in San Francisco. So he told me all this stuff. My dumb ass, my in love. I ain't gonna say dumb. I was in love, not dick whip. I was in love. I'm like, I'm gonna help you. I always tell my son he Captain Save a Hoe. I guess he get it from his mama because I be saving these hoe ass niggas. Shit. But I said, I'll put you in rehab. Yeah, one rehab ended to 2 rehabs, ended to 3 rehabs, and a smokehouse. And then what you call them houses or whatever that they go. I did all that. Stayed by his side and kept his daughter, who mother didn't want anything to do with her. Her mother left her. I kept his daughter, changed my schedule and everything with work. I changed everything so that I can take care of his daughter alone while he's in rehab. Y'all, when I tell you this mother man betrayed me, hold on, next chapter.